Hey, what's up? I'm going to share this stream to our Facebook group here so that it is going. Basically, I just wanted to talk about some of our ideas for 2024. The group has been going great. Moderation has not been difficult lately, but we still feel like there could be some changes. Hold on. Okay. Hope that's the right one. Yep, looks the right. So basically, there's some changes that we've wanted to implement for a while now. We just hadn't gotten around to it. But what we're thinking of doing now, I know this is going to freak some people out, particularly some sellers, but we're thinking of splitting the FCC group into two parts, into a purely discussion and educational version and a second version that is buy, sell, trade. Now, none of the rules are changing. All the rules are the same. The only difference would be that in this other group, in the selling group, is where you are going to do all your buying, all your selling, and all your trading. The reason that we kind of came to this decision was, just the discourse has been great. A lot of great posts, a lot of great educational posts. But for the longest time, we've kind of felt like a lot of those more community based posts, whether they be on sharing, whether they be on dropping knowledge or get downright fucking articles like what Victor's been doing lately, are getting lost because all the sales posts push them out of view. Um, I don't think it's that difficult for people to get a handle on there being two groups. Now, I understand there will be growing pains. There's going to be growing pains because our original group has had so many years to mature and gain thousands and thousands and thousands of eyeballs. So, what I can tell the sellers is when we create the new group, it's going to start out small, but I promise we're going to be promoting it in the discussion group. I'm always, especially here in this first year, I'm always going to go in and I will re-put in posts to say, hey, don't forget our selling group, or just some ways to promote the selling group itself. We're going to need some help. We're going to need some more moderators. If anyone's interested in possibly modding, contact me. All the old mods for the old group will still be there, and some of us are also going to be modding this other group. But I think we need some help. I've already reached out to Steve Shepardson. He's an old hand at modding groups. He modded 20th Century and still mods the 20th Century collectibles group. He's done it for years. He knows the drill. I've also talked to William Chester. William has offered maybe to help. So if anyone wants to maybe get involved in the buying and selling side of the group and help us moderate that, because that's really where a majority of the moderation really comes down to trying to figure out beefs between sellers and buyers, right? That's a majority of the moderation. I actually think that once we separate the two groups, we'll have to we'll mod we'll be monitoring the discussion group, but there's a lot less drama and a lot less problems when there's not buying and selling. So this is also a way for us to kind of separate out the two groups so that mods can kind of concentrate on the buying and selling too, knowing that on the discussion side, it's probably going to be going a little smoother anyway. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about here, man. I'm talking about separating the group into two separate entities. They're still the same kind of community, still the same people, still the same rules. Only one is going to be purely for, show and tell, showing stuff off, dropping knowledge, giving hints, shooting, people wanting to show new pickups. That's all going to be in the discussion. And the sales is going to be a separate group. We realize there's going to be pain, particularly because there's going to be less eyeballs over there, but give it time. And I think we can get it up together. And I think that what we'll be able to do is on the discussion side, we're going to be able to add so much more because the stuff's going to stick around for longer, right? So there's going to be, those really informative posts, those show and tell posts are really going to be there in the public eye for a while. And then if you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, you know exactly where to go on that front. And that stuff's still going to show up in your feed if, in the algorithm, if you're going to both groups. I know there's a lot of people that aren't really interested in buying and selling and just hanging out and talking foreign comics, and that will make the discussion group that much better. And so that's what we feel like doing, splitting them out. I don't have a set date for when that's going to happen. I still need to set up the second group. Our Josh is going to be helping me with that. Josh is going to be taking a particular interest on the buying and selling since that's what he deals with a majority of the time. So I'm great respect for Josh, one of our mods. He's going to be helping me on that front. I'm going to be both places. I wouldn't dream of not being both places and monitoring and trying to, figure out how to just keep the community kosher, which is what we've done. This is an amazing community, an amazing group. And I hope that everyone kind of gets on board with this. I realize there's going to be people that don't agree. And we can hash that out. You can contact me. We can talk about it, but it just makes sense now that the group's getting so big. It just makes sense that we separate them out into the two separate parts: buying and selling, discussion only, same fucking rules. You ain't going to be talking shit about another member in public in either place. If you've got a problem with another member, you're going to contact a mod, and we're going to try to figure out that beef. Doesn't matter which group. That's all staying exactly the same. We just want to separate them out so that people that are more interested on the discussion side aren't just, their feed isn't just dominated with buying and selling, because we know there's people that do that too. And we know there's people that love the buying and selling side, and that other group will be that place for that. So I'm just putting this all out there. It ain't happening tomorrow because life and busy and stuff, but it is happening in 2024. FCC is splitting off. This is actually not a weird thing either, because we've done it before. We've done this before. We have, in the early days, there used to be in the old group a buying and selling and a discussion side. In the very, very beginning, when we first got to Facebook, things fell apart for other reasons. But so it's not like we're doing something brand new. We've actually done this before, long before many of you ever joined. This has been an idea that has been there for a long time, and now me and the mods feel like we need to relook at this and attempt this. And if ultimately if it ends up working and being absolute shit, it's not like we can't go back to the old way either. I don't want to, but let's just see how it plays out. And I just would wish a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that to all the FCC members. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being a valuable member of our community. And thank you. Thank you for hearing me out on this. Adios. I plan on getting stoned and drunk tonight for New Year's in my home. I ain't going anywhere, but I'm going to stone my body with gummies. Then I'm going to stone my brain with the smoke, and then I'm going to add wine and booze on top of all of that. How does that sound? Anyway, adios, FCC peeps.